All right, well, welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Today we're outside. It's such a beautiful day, as you can tell. And what we're going to do is I got these cookies here. They're a piece of maple, I believe, or maybe ash, I'm not sure, but they're hard as a rock. I made a couple serving trays out of these once before. Took a lot to do it, so I thought we'd do another one today. This is just one of them that I'm going to work on sometime. But the one today for our video, tell the big thud, is going to be this one here. And I've marked out about an inch all the way around for my border, all the way around here. So we're going to grind out that center and make a serving tray out of it. So first of all, we're going to put all our safety equipment on. I got me a dust mask, which is a necessity. So put the dust mask on. Got some earplugs here. We'll put some earplugs on. And I got me a pair of goggles here. So we've got all our gloves. Got a pair of gloves here that we're going to be using. And first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to use a router. Take out as much as we can with the router before I use a grinder. Just make life a little bit easier, I hope. So, we're going to plug our router in. And we're going to see what we can do. Got my gloves here. This ought to be fun. It's going to be a little bit of work, let me tell you. All right, so basically, we're going to take some light cuts and kind of clean it up, get rid of a lot of bulk, and go from there. So here we go. Okay. The reason I'm stopping is because I got to work my way down through. As you can see, I'm only doing a little bit of it there. I think I'm going to switch over to well, actually, I'll go a little deeper first. I'm only going down about 1/4 of an inch, so we're going to go down further. See what we got. Go down about another 1/4 of an inch, and I'll do this, and then I'm going to switch because I don't want to get too much, because I go down as far as I can, then I got to go out here and do this outer edge. So I got to work my way out to the outside. So here we go. I think my earplugs fell out. Yep. All right, we're going to go down a little bit more. And I think I'm about out of adjustment here. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap it out and put my other bit in. And these are carbide bits, mind you. Okay. And I'm going to raise it up so I'm not cutting that full amount. I just want to cut about 1/4 of an inch, as you can tell. If you had a CNC, this would probably work a lot better, but I don't have one. But what do I do? All right, here we go. Plug it in. Yeah, I cut more out than I thought on the other side, so. Okay. I'm going to make a plate, put on the bottom of that to hold that, so hang tight. Alright, just to bring you up to speed of what I did, I created a piece of plywood to fit over top of this so I can do this all at once and drop it down so that way we can cut it all out. So, that being said, put our gloves and everything back on, earplugs in, and let's get started. As you can see, that's just one pass, and I'll continue to go down deeper on that, and let's see what we get. So that's just one pass, so hang tight and I'll keep working on this and come back after a bit. All right, as you can tell, I've done as much as I can with the router. Now it's going to be doing some work with the sander, so it's going to be a little bit thinner than what I wanted. But that's just part of life, because I'm about down into here, so which is fine. So I'm down thickness-wise, down somewhere right in there for the base of it, but I'm going to round all this off anyway, so it'll have just a little bit thicker base. That's all. So hang tight and I'll get my grinder out and we'll get started. All right, so here we go. We got our grinder, got our PP on. We're going to do a little bit more, see if we can grind some of this out. It's tough. I took my earplug. Hang on, I'm going to switch to the turbo plane and see if that works any better. I'm not getting anywhere with this. Hang tight. All right, so we get this blade on here. It's called Arbortech Turbo Plane. Let's see if this works any different. Grab you. Making sure my earplugs are in good. As you can see, it's going to take a while, so I'm going to keep continuing and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I got the inside done with that. Looks pretty decent. Now I'm going to go around the outside edge just to find my shape so that I know where I got to cut my other part. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so that's got that. Now I'm going to do the base of it, round this over to that. So all of a sudden, just see around where you can see what I'm doing. I'll try not to get in the way. Alright, I'll keep rolling on this and then I'll be right back and show you when I'm done here. So hang tight. Alright, well, we found a couple real thin spots, as you can tell right there, and I think there's one over here forming where this stuff here, there's a knot right there. So that ain't perfect, but guess what? It's actually turning out pretty good. I'm going to switch to my flap disc and we'll get started sanding on it and go from there. So hang tight. Alright, so now I got my flap disc on there. Got all my PPE on. And this is where it's going to get real dusty. So let's see what we can do. Alright, here we go. As you can see, it's going to take a while to do this, so Hang tight and I'll be right back and we'll show you some more. All right, well, here we are. They're kind of at a stopping point because I'll show you my poopla, if you want to call it that. Get all my stuff off here. All right, so I got it pretty well sanded, and as you can see daylight through that. That's it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to put a piece of tape on the back side and fill that with epoxy, colored epoxy. I've got one there, one there, and then I'll have to go through and just kind of clean that up a little bit. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. I'll do a little bit of hand sanding, and once I'm done with the epoxy and a little bit of hand sanding I'm going to do to it, I'll come back and I'll do a final video of finishing it off with some coconut oil. and show you what it looks like at that point. But that'll be a video next time around. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to share, subscribe, and like. And once again, thank you for stopping by Wood Chip Woodworking. Hope you enjoyed it. This is an interesting project, and I've learned a lot. And like I said, I got that piece down there that I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to make a jig for the router to set in so that I can just go back and forth, because I had issues with the board coming off the edge of here when it was touching over there. So I'm going to make a jig that'll fit, and then I just have to run my router across that way. But that's here nor there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to the final project here in a week or so, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.